Welcome, and today we are going to be continuing our Zoro Colorwork project. And we already have done all of our making of different spools and different colors. We also have our base chain. I have off screen the actual pattern that I've made that I'll be following along with on my iPad. And we will go ahead and get started. So I've already got our first stitch cast on. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And we will do 11 in green. So I already have this first one. These are all single crochets. Oops. We have 10, and then there's our 11. Typically when you would do a color change, you'd bring your color forward, but because I'm actually just going to crochet over this green, since I have two blacks relatively close together, I'm going to keep that kind of as it is. Pull up on my loop, take one of my black spools, unwind just a little bit, insert the hook through the front of the stitch, facing down, loop your new color, pull up so you still have these two loops, grab hold of what you're crocheting over. This is just one stitch in black. I always have the hardest time going through chains. Once we are done crocheting in the chains, it moves much faster, for me at least. We'll do our single crochet in black. We'll pull up because we are changing back to green yet again. We're going to pull that loop down. Same thing with the black. Crochet hook down. Pick up our green, up. Going to crochet over our black. We'll have 4 of green. 1, 2. I'll go ahead and pull that through. 3, and then 4. And I will now be done with the green. So I'm going to scoot this forward, put it in front. And then one more black stitch. Pull up our green loop. Insert our crochet hook pull up black, 1 single crochet, pull up that loop because we are switching colors again, pulling our green down, moving our black forward, and then we are going to be onto our skin tone color. So we're going to unwind that a little bit. Insert our crochet hook, loop our new color, pull up. I like to yarn over, crochet over the tail. Makes weaving ends in at the end of the project a lot easier. So now I'm going to do 12 more of our skin tone color. So this will be for a total of 13. So this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Always double count because crochet asks you the question, do you know how to count? And sometimes that answer is no. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me see how to do. This. I think I'm just going to crochet over at this point because it's only 2 black stitches. Insert the hook down, loop through the black, crochet over, and pull through, and then second black stitch. I'm going to scoot this forward and back to our skin tone color. Insert the hook down, pull up, then into our next stitch. Pull down. Now how many are we doing? 5, 10, 15. So this is 1, 2, to, if you hear my dog breathing really heavily, she's sleeping by my feet, as is my other dog, though he is a bit quieter when he is snoozing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oops, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. And I'm actually going to do the same thing because it's just, again, another 2 of our black stitches. So I've got another black spool and going to insert our hook. Going to crochet up and do these 2 stitches. And then pull this loop through, bring our black forward, and continue on with our skin tone color for 9. One, 2, pull the loop down. Get this untangled from another color. That's the biggest pain with color work, is all your different colors of yarn tend to tangle. And 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're done with this color. Move it forward. Scoot my pattern over. Going to have another black. And I'll do the same thing that I did on the other side with crocheting over the black, because it's just 1 stitch. And actually on this right hand side it's 5 between the sort of lapel of his robe. So there's just our single, scoot that a little bit, and then we'll pick up our next color, which is our green, and then pull up, insert the crochet hook down, pick up our green, pull up. This might be a kind of thick spot because I'm crocheting over 2 tails and our working black yarn. So because of that, I'll probably not crochet over the 2 tails for very long, maybe just for 3 stitches. This will be our third. That's 3. 4. And 5. Pull up. Black working yarn. Insert the hook down. Crochet over our green. Pull our loop. Move our black forward. Now the rest is 10 stitches of green. And if this number is wrong, then we've missed a stitch somewhere, and that will sometimes happen. The beauty of crochet, as maybe opposed to something like knitting, is that it's really easy to go back to where the mistake was, just kind of unravel it and start again, which is probably why I think crochet is pretty beginner friendly. Personally, I found starting knitting, it was easier to learn knit, purl, casting on and off to begin with. Crochet took a little bit longer to pick up, but once I did, I found it really versatile, but also forgiving. Then in our last stitch, and that will always be a little loose there at the end. You see we have this like massive different spools, and then when we have to flip this over, that's where it becomes a little bit of a pain. Once this gets a little bit bigger, I'll be able to clip the binder clips to the bottom, and that would make that process a bit easier. But before we move on, just want to make sure that our stitch count is correct. You don't want to get so far and then realize that your very first row was off. So we should have 75 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, and 75. So we are all set. So now we're going to do, probably last thing we'll do in this video is a flip. So at the end of all of your rows, to make your borders nice, you're going to chain 1, and then when we flip around, we'll go into that first stitch. So we'll just simply flip our work. All of our working yarn that we move to the front then goes to the back. So we have our green, we have our black, we have our other, let's see, we've got skin tone, we'll have our black, we'll have our other black, then we'll come down. I've got the base chain still attached, I'll cut that off in a moment. Next black color, and then we'll have our very last green. So I will probably wait one more to cut off that tail, or I can just tie this in a knot to keep it together. I will snip. It's red. And so now we have turned our work. It becomes a lot easier to work with when you have at least like maybe 5 rows. This is technically our first row because it's more stable, less bendy, less prone to flipping. So we have our first row of our Colorwork project. So next time, we'll probably move a little bit faster up our way. Our yarns are all in place, so we don't have to crochet over tails. And we don't have to sort of attach it to the project because it's already pretty set and straight. So getting this first row for me is always the most difficult. So getting that done is a good accomplishment. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you like this, please like and subscribe. If there are any other types of crochet or knitting or embroidery projects you're interested in seeing, just let me know. Thanks, guys.